Oh, man. Well, good day there, and welcome to the Off Air Pod.
Yeah, the ratings are out. It's the ratings podcast. Never done a podcast about the ratings before, but
we've mentioned it in passing.
Yeah. It's really an outdated system, basically. Someone goes around with a book and they knock on your front door, literally, and they go, "Can you fill this out for a week?" Much like a driver's logbook when you're doing your L plates, and then people do it. They hand it back in at the end of the week, and then that's how they decide who is the best. Andy, executive producer Andy, who is the best out of interest?
Well, I'm pleased to tell everyone that we are number one.
We are the best.
Yeah. First back-to-back ever. I mean, last year we got creamed. We weren't number one once. I think we were number one time in our first year here.
Mm-hmm.
And
which was a fluke. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, we worked really hard and it was
well, that's
deserved.
the thing. Isn't it funny how, I don't know, for people who listen really intently to the show, I think last year we're doing lots of crazy stuff, living in boxes, hanging off billboards, kayaking, shark-infested waters to Kangaroo Island. Turns out that doesn't really translate into the ratings. This year, we're really putting our feet up, just doing lots of phoners, and people seem to enjoy it. So it's I think, look, we're still doing bigger stuff. In fact, we've got some really big stuff that we're going to announce tomorrow, which is probably going to be our favourite thing of the year, I think.
So, in terms of shall I go through the order of the stations?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Really?
Now,
For people that don't know as well, I'll just say as well, there's 8. So there's 8 surveys a year.
Yeah.
So that's why we've got 2 in a row.
Yeah.
And how many was that survey for?
This is survey 3.
Survey 3. So we can't get a perfect year because we missed the first year, but we'd have to get number one's first book next year to get 8 in a row.
And the very shorthand version is it ranks all the radio stations based on 2 different metrics, which is number 1, how many people click onto your radio station, and number 2, how long they listen for.
Okay, thank you for saying it like that, because I'm like, let's not get into cumulative share, Andy. That's too off air.
It is very complicated.
If you look at these splits on this one, and
the wave is really good.
The total number of people that come and how long they stay for.
Yes.
And that put that into some kind of system, gets you a number, and it ranks all the radio stations on how good or bad they are.
Yeah, some numbers are higher.
Yeah.
Some numbers are lower.
And to be honest, the last one was so high for us that we went down a point, but it's happy. Because I to be honest, that last one we went up too much. I was like, okay, well, it's going to come crashing down. But we went down, but we're still above. So, happy days.
So, shall I go from the bottom or to the top or the other way around?
We know who's top, so I'd start with the top and then work your way down.
Okay, so we are top. Then it goes to our friends at Triple M.
Yeah, that's good.
Our friends at Mix.
We've
Real
adopted
one
the
stuff there, Ben.
sound
This is
effects thing now.
This is a tied third, actually. Mix, SFM, and the good people at Cruise all coming out third.
Would you say they're all third or are they all fifth?
Well,
Because 3 of them share.
what it actually means is that the next person is 6th rather than being 4th.
Gotcha.
Which is Triple J.
Could you imagine the other shows listening to this being like, I hate those shows so
no,
much.
but to be fair, if we were 4th, we would still do this.
Oh, 100%. No,
I don't know.
No.
Yes, we would.
Absolutely.
This is
In fact, I was intending on doing an off-air pod today because I thought we would have lost the top spot. I must admit, I did think that could have been the case. So I think we'd already said we should do one every ratings day now.
Yeah.
Even though people don't care, it's good. So what you might care about is that we get a peak today.
I would argue people do care. I would argue the people that like the show, which is why you're listening to this, you would go, I wonder what happens there.
What is that all about?
I think we've got to wrap up the off-air podcast now if we're not going to be honest and talk about the things in it, if we get in fights or if this drama or stuff.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's what it's all about.
Okay. All right.
That's a strike bell.
Oh my god!
Can I actually point it? So there's a strike system going.
It's a new thing that started.
So it's like you have the 1 strike, 2 strike, 3. What were you on this morning, Belle? You were on.
Oh, I got a strike.
You're on a strike,
this morning,
and then you suggested maybe we.
I suggested that we put a song underneath forbidden folder.
Yes, it was getting caught having some alone time, and you said, "Wouldn't it be great
if we did relax?"
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Just do it. Yeah.
When you want to come.
You all said, "Oh, that's a great idea," and I said, "Great. Do I get my strike now unstriked?" And then you said, no, we're not going to use that song, so we'll just give you half a strike.
Because we used your idea, but we didn't use your song, so you lost half a strike. But the reason you had a strike in the first place was because we interviewed Trevor from Big Brother, and halfway through the interview, I looked down for the credit or the plug. So I say, oh, hey, make sure you check out Big Brother on, because I don't know what channel it's on, but that wasn't there. And so that makes me look bad.
Also,
that's why Bell got a strike.
You mentioned Trevor from Big Brother. If you're a podcast listener, you wouldn't have heard that because I made the executive decision to not.
You didn't put it in.
I thought we'd just leave that as a radio one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Not at all.
It wasn't
Oh,
great.
he's a nice guy.
He was
though.
nice.
Yeah,
It was kind of
yeah.
boring.
Alright.
The reason for that is not because Trevor was anything wrong with it, but we want people to listen to the podcast, listen to the radio show as well.
Yeah.
That's it. You've got to leave some
Yep.
treats in
Get
different
some
spots, of course.
Exclusive con
And
for the radio
On the
people.
strike system, you wouldn't know this yet, Bell, but I mean, you're complaining about your measly point and a half. I'm on 3 strikes. I was out this
Yeah,
morning.
Liam was
Oh,
out.
what?
So
knocked
yeah,
out.
you might not have known that
Hang
because
on,
you're
is
in the
this
rap
3
booth.
strikes out of being team member of the week? Is that what this is?
Yes.
3 strikes out of a
I
job,
thought
I
it was-
believe.
It's your pay that day. So what happened is obviously we said a great idea having some music for the Forbidden Folder Bell, but instead we're going to go with the Divinals, this song. And I was trying to get it lined up so I could go 13, 24, 10. Give us a buzz if you've been caught having some alone time.
I love myself.
God damn it!
Good. Nice.
I nailed it then.
Should we all have a turn?
But off air,
No, on air.
Yeah, no,
That
so-
was off air. On air, I cooked it 3 times.
3 times, and he got a strike each
If
time.
you listen to the podcast, like you'll probably only hear it once, because like if you haven't worked that out, like sometimes it's more than one break, and we cut the calls together.
Yeah.
So we don't just take like 8 calls in
Yeah.
a row. That's normally spread over a longer time. But the first time I bottled it and spoke all over her. Second time I was way too early. You could back a truck through the gap. And then the last time I just got nervous and I didn't even think I said the call out right.
Yeah. Why don't we try it again with everybody on the team? So, Andy, you give it a shot. So you got the number and the call out. Here we go.
We have opened up the Forbidden Folder today. Got our keys, turned it. 13, 24, 10. We want to know, did you get caught having some alone time?
No, you talked all over it.
But do you see what I mean? It's a
tricky.
deceiving song.
It's
It is
hard.
a deceiving song.
Go ahead,
All
Bill.
right, Bill, you ready?
Go ahead, Bill.
13, 24, 10 for our Forbidden Folder this morning. Get in touch if you've ever been caught in the act.
I love myself.
Wrong call out.
Yeah.
Wrong call out.
Wrong call out.
Alone time.
That's
No, we
right.
try.
Oh my
Unfortunately,
God.
That is strike 2.5 for Bill.
dangerously close to the line.
It was,
Ben,
it was good, but it was the
yeah,
wrong
Ben.
call
Obviously,
out.
you've been team member of the week for
No.
the last month.
Can I?
Hmm.
You need to.
Yeah, so Ben
you
has
need to
a
look away from the screen when you're doing
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
alright?
come on.
Ben has a
Come
special
on.
screen. So everyone was looking at me like I'm an idiot. Ben's got a special screen where he can see the seconds of how long it takes him to.
Yeah.
I've just got to vibe it. Where is the thing?
If
Do
you,
you want to press it? You can press it.
Yeah, I'll
Swap, just swap mics. Oh, okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Now there's pressure. Hey, 13, 24, 10 on Nova 919. We've opened up the Forbidden Folder and we're asking, did you get caught having some alone time?
Too much space, mate. Too much space. So I got
I
3
win.
strikes for something that no one else could do. I was the one. I mean, given on my 4th attempt, but I did get it there. Now, another gripe for me is today, and I'm sure you guys will spin it into some sort of Ben, he's done it again, team member of the week. I was listening before to the promo, which is supposed to be like the best part of the show that morning. They play it out like as an ad throughout the day, and it's a bit of a point of contention for me. I don't know if you've heard the promo yet, Bell, but here it is here.
Let's 'cause I know what your gripe is.
Yeah.
Let's let Belle see if she can figure out what your gripe is.
Ben and Liam.
We may soon be getting our vegetables from veggie gardens being planted on top of cemeteries.
Might make them taste a little bit better as well. You enjoying that carrot cake? Nice, isn't it? You know what the secret ingredient is? Nana. Ben and Liam.
Adelaide's funniest breakfast show. Only
You can see because Ben stole your thunder,
Yeah, he just
and then he gets
sniped
credit
me.
for it.
I would call that an alley-oop.
That is
that's
Liam.
what happened.
That's
You
what
can't stop
Yeah,
that.
you can't
Yeah,
stop
no,
that.
it's
You
like- it's
threw,
like an
you-
alley-oop.
It was so
You threw it up
easy.
and I dunked it.
No, that is like that's
Har-
like Scottie Pippen.
95
Scottie Pippen is midair with the ball in his hands, and then Jordan comes through from behind and smashes his pelvis into Pippen,
90
smashing him into the post, and then him taking the ball and dunking on top of
No,
him.
you went so slow with the build-up. Everyone could see where it was going. It was like you had hit a golf ball really, really slow. It was
Yeah.
rolling towards a hole. Ben just came along and just nudged it in.
Do you know what?
That's
Do you know
all.
what?
Everyone
if
could
everyone
see
saw
it.
it was
Can I say
going,
so
why
what-
don't I just you guys do the jokes from now on?
So
right?
what? Okay,
this is
but
what you do
let
all
me-
the time.
But
No,
let me.
no.
Can I speak for a second? What I would say is
Okay, you don't
90,
respect Mum and all the work she does around the house. Okay.
95% of the show is me setting you up for alley-oops.
Yeah,
and then
that's true.
I finally get an alley-oop and you don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, that's true. No, I back that in.
Thank you.
Oh,
It's this
yeah.
passion
Thank
that gets
you.
us to number one, guys.
Well, that's it. At the end of the day, we're all winners.
2 number ones in a
Except
row.
for every other show we mentioned before.
See you, podcasters.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.